Now listen, before I say another word, let me make it real clear. This is not a farewell. This isn't just a speech. This is a resurrection, a testimony, a graduation into purpose. Because when we look back at the last 3 years at Rogers Heard, we don't see moments. We see miracles. We see days we wanted to give up. We see sport games that we were hurt, injured, just like me. We see moments when we were felt overlooked, unseen, and unheard. But then I look a little deeper and I see what God kept me through. Okay. I see what my mom prayed me through. I see what I pushed my own self through. So let me step up and say this proudly. Look at us now. Now let's move on the story. 6th grade, I showed up quiet, but I came with a vision. New school, new faces, new walk. But I didn't wait to be invited into my own future. I got involved, I gave advice, I joined clubs, I gave the announcements because I knew my voice had value. Even when I was nervous, when I was unsure, because purpose don't wait for permission. 7th grade, I found my groove, still had setbacks, but I kept showing up. Because you don't get oil without crushing. You don't get gold without fire. You don't grow without pressure. Then 8th grade poured up like a storm. Football season, I was ready. I had dreams, I had goals. But then the injury hit. It just didn't hurt my body, it hurt my heart. I had plans for the field. Even when I couldn't play like I wanted, I still showed up. I still encouraged. I still gave what I had. Now, I want you to put this in your notes. Sometimes your most powerful moments happen when no one is watching. See, 2023, no championship. 2024, still no championship. But this ain't over yet. To the rising 7th and 8th graders, go back for what we couldn't get. Win it, own it, finish it. Let me teach real quick. There's a difference between progress and progress. Progress checks a box. Progress walks in purpose. Pro means you're proactive, prepared, and positioned. You just don't move forward, you move with heaven's intention. Now let's talk about process, because everybody wants the promise, but don't want the pressure. Wants the platform, but not the pain. But let me remind you, you cannot win sitting on the bench of your own destiny. You gotta move when it's hard, you gotta shine when it's dark, you gotta speak life when it feels like it's speaking death. And I gotta be real, high school is coming. I'ma say it like your big brother in the future. Don't let high school take you out. Don't let it fitting in take you out. Don't let a 5-year decision cost you a 5-year calling. I want to put this in your notes also. You don't have to fit to stand out. Some folks, they were seasonal. They were leaves, not roots. They were lessons, not lifelines. But guess what? Look at us now. We're still standing, still chosen, still rising. And here's the best part. People can't cancel what God already confirmed. Now, before I go any further, I want to break down success. The only way I know how to. S, stand strong when it's shaking. U, understand your worth. C, cut loose what's killing your growth. C, choose character over clout. E, elevate your thoughts. S, speak life over yourself. S, stay true, stay grounded, stay you. That's success. That's legacy. That's once around, always around. We, the 8th grade Dream Seekers, want to welcome Dr. Stewart and Mr. Roberts up to the podium. Dr. Stewart, thank you for standing in the gap. You didn't see us just as kids, but as seeds. You water us with discipline, cover us with vision. Here's your certificate, not just for leadership, but for legacy. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. Tawana Stewart. Your leadership has been a light throughout my time at Rogers Heard. Thank you for believing in me and showing what it means to lead with strength and purpose. Mr. Roberts, or shall I say Dr. Roberts? Because the way you lead us, you earned that title in my heart. You just didn't run a school, you cultivated purpose. You didn't just correct, you cared. And that right here deserves honor. This certificate is proudly presented to Mr. Dwayne Roberts. You brought calm, strength, and wisdom into every moment of my 8th grade year. Your presence made a lasting impact that I will carry forward. I want to thank both of you, not just for what you did, but what you saw in me before I saw it in myself. Now, I want to give flowers while I still have the mic to my teachers. Miss Ingram, this is dedicated to you. Thank you for the sacrifice you made. Thank you for everything and helping me and mentoring me become a big business partner I am today. Miss Powell, Miss Edmondson, Mr. King, Coach Nick, Coach Davis, Miss Cousin, Miss Simpson, Miss Richmond, Dr. Allison, and to every teacher, coach, and staff member who seen all our potential, I want to thank you. Now to this one, Coach Laws. Thank you for putting a ball in my hand and unlocking something in my soul. And I want to say to my classmates, my teammates, my peers, thank you for letting me lead, laugh, and learn alongside you. To my doubters, to the ones who counted us out, I got 3 words that came from Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes, and Lil Wayne. Look at me now. And before I leave this mic, thank you, God, for the pain, for the power, for the path. To your parents, for your biggest cheerleaders, and to my mom who been raising me for the last 14 years, my biggest cheerleader, I want to thank you for standing in faith when I couldn't stand in strength. I love you, Mama. I always care for you. And to that, the class of 2029, this ain't the finish line. This is the launch pad. We're not just walking across the stage, we're walking into our future, our calling, our crown. So, if you've grown, if you know your journey ain't been easy, if you know your next looks greater than your now, then say it, repeat after me. Look at me now.